Blink members, Ellen Thompson here, fitness manager and personal trainer from Blink Fitness Penn Station. We're excited that you're here this week because it's a special week as we have our Achilles International with us, primarily their coach, Francesco Magisano.
Hey, it's awesome to be here.
So Francesco is with us this week to run us through modifications of a lot of our exercises. And we're focusing on our arms and abs workout in preparation for Achilles' upcoming 5K.
Yeah, so this 5K is the Hope and Possibility 5K. Achilles International is a nonprofit that pairs athletes with disabilities with able-bodied athletes to get them out and participate in races. So I'm totally blind. We have amputees and all different types of disabilities involved. And this 5K just brings everyone together and lets us participate in that direction.
And what you'll realize today is I may be going through something one way, but Francesco is going to be bringing us through it another way because there are so many different modifications that you could do all these exercises that are going to still get you the benefit that you need to be a stronger, faster runner.
Exactly. So it's not necessarily, one's better than the other. It's just different ways to work the same thing that we're trying to do.
All right, awesome. So let's get into the workout. All right, so today's workout consists of a warm stretch, 2 strength circuits, and a cool down stretch. We're going to be needing a backpack that is filled up with either books, cans, anything to bring it to about 5 to 15 pounds, and a chair as well as a mat. All right, so let's start with that warm up stretch. We're gonna go for shoulder circles, 10 forward, 10 backward. Let's bring the arms out to the side, jog in place, circle back for about 10 reps. All right, and now we're gonna circle forwards, anywhere from like 5 and reps. You don't have to go super quick. Take your time if you need to. All right, we're gonna go into the second stretch with our cat-cow stretch. So Francesco, can you walk us through this one from start to finish for 5 reps?
Yeah, so it's basically changing the angle of the pelvis, just breathing down and lowering our center and arching the back, and then bringing that towards an upwards arched position and sucking that belly button all the way to the top, and then just manipulating that back and forth.
Awesome. Woo, I feel that in my back. Good.
Yeah.
Who else out there is feeling that already? And we're just starting. Okay, so we're going to go through into our crisscross chest reach now. We're going to do this to just loosen everything through into the front of the shoulders. We're going to bring the arms out to the side. We're going to cross under and then over. So this way you're getting both sides, not one side just doing the same thing over and over again. We're going to do this anywhere from 5 to 10 reps, just to loosen up through the neck there. All right.
It's actually a really common swimming warm-up.
Right? Oh, awesome, which is good for triathletes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, now that we are through that, are you ready to move into the first circuit?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. So this circuit, what we're doing is we're going to be working in a Tabata style, which means 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. And for this, we are focusing on 2 arm movements followed by 2 core movements. We're going to go through one movement first, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest, and then circle through till we get to that 4th movement. So first movement is going to be dips. So let me get our timer ready. So as I'm getting the timer ready, Francesco, do you want to explain what dips are?
Yeah, cool. So we're gonna do them off a chair, since pretty much most of us have chairs at home, right? We're just gonna grab the sides of the chair, and we are using this. It's a main tricep exercise, right? So the point isn't to take a lot of weight on our legs, and we're basically lowering ourselves off the end of the chair while keeping our hands in a neutral position on the sides of the chair. And the point is to keep your shoulders depressed and retracted. Try not to hunch the forwards or shrug them forward.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30 seconds of this.
Cool. Let's do it.
Oh, goodness. You're the one that picked this, weren't you?
This is.
All right. So let's make sure that you keep your elbows tucked in behind you, and we want to bring those hips just straight down. We're halfway through this, guys. We have about 10 seconds left. Let's make sure you're keeping your core tight and you're keeping your chest. No shrugging into those shoulders, okay? 3, 2, 1, and we are good right there.
Awesome.
All right, we got 30 seconds of rest. So the next movement is going to be planks. So for this, I'm going to talk us through it really quick, and Francesco's going to give us any implications for anyone that has any type of disability, okay? We're going to be coming down onto our forearms. We want to make sure those elbows are underneath the shoulders. These are going to be straight out behind us, and we just want to keep those hips as level as possible. So we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Ready, Francesco?
Yeah, this is awesome.
All right,
I will say the one thing to do, like if you need to manipulate sort of the tension, you can always put your feet up on something, or if you only have one arm, you can just balance on that centered. But planks are just awesome all around.
Ooh, that must take a lot of strength.
Yeah, it's insane. I do not have that.
Well, I know all of us Blink members out there are definitely feeling the weight now through into the core. We have 2, and we are good right there. All right, so we're gonna go for 30 seconds of rest. Next movement is going to be our backpack bicep curls. So again, as we mentioned earlier, we wanna have our backpack filled up for anywhere from like 5, 15, maybe even 30 pounds if you want to get crazy with it, okay? So for this move, we're going to have, we're going to have our feet hip width apart. We're going to have our elbows tucked in close to our sides, and our arms are going to be locked up as we curl through. And we're going to do this in 3, 2, 1, and let's start. Elbows tucked, curl. Inhale and exhale as you come up. You want to feel that stretch in your bicep, and as you come up, you want that full squeeze, okay? So Francesco, any type of tips?
I'll say that if you're using a backpack like I am, one little thing that I do sometimes is just bend forward a little bit, just so that I don't hit my legs at the bottom, so I can get a fuller range of motion.
Oh, nice. All right, so we're good right there at 30 seconds. So one more rest, and then we're moving into the last movement of the circuit, which are going to be our crunches. Francesco, you want to give us a little breakdown of how those are going to look?
Yeah, so we're basically going to be on our backs, and we're basically moving our bottom of the rib cage towards our pelvis. So instead of trying to sit up, we're crunching our abs and really trying to activate that muscle.
All right, neat. So we have about 7 more seconds before we start this. And let's just take a breath, get ready, get centered. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and start.
All right.
So sometimes what I like to do also is I like to bring those knees up to about 90 degrees. So this way my lower back pushes more into the mat, and I'm getting a little bit more lower ab activation while also focusing up there under the rib cage.
Yeah, it's a really good cue.
All right, we got about 7 seconds left in this. Make sure there's no pulling or draining through your neck, please, okay? You're inhaling through the nose, you're exhaling through the mouth. All right, 30 seconds of rest. And the good is you guys made it through the first round of the circuit. So let us know what you think so far about these movements. Just into the comments, tell us which ones you like the most, or which one do you need a better modification for, and we'll definitely fill you guys in on that, okay? So we have about 15 seconds worth of rest. Let's get ready to come back into our dip. Whew, I'm definitely feeling this already.
Yeah, this is an awesome workout.
All right, so we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and start right there.
Cool.
So, Francesco, why would you say that it's important to work your arms as a runner?
Well, I say just in general, it's good to have upper body strength and integrity, because it just helps with posture, it helps with injury prevention, it helps with just being a well-rounded athlete.
Cool.
And it's summertime, you need the guns for the beaches, it's all good.
All right, fair enough. We got 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and we are good right there. All right. I know for me, myself, being a marathon runner, you kind of don't realize that, you're moving your arms through, that they're definitely helping you pump forward. Also posture, which we'll be going over tomorrow. I think you guys will really enjoy. We have about 13 seconds worth of rest here, and we're going to go into our planks. So remember, again, we want to come down, elbows are underneath the shoulders. We're going to get those legs out nice and straight. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so my secret tip for planks is I like to squeeze my glutes, because when I squeeze my glutes, it pulls everything up and in through my abs, okay? So you want to try that, Francesco? You feel it, right?
It's really good.
Whew. Who else out there feels
when I start getting fatigued, I'll start like lifting my butt higher in the air to take some pressure off. So just that cue of clenching the glutes is really good to stop doing that.
Nice. Whew. I see who else is going to try that. All right, we got 30 seconds of rest. We're going back into our bicep curls.
That's right. People might not think that like curls are a traditional like workout, you know, like exercise to do for runners and stuff, but it's really just good to have all around upper body strength.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's neglected a lot, you know?
Yeah, it's like we kind of just think, oh, it's just like the legs that are going to power us forward, but there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
All right, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds of curls. I just want to feel that stretch in your biceps, get the full squeeze at the top. Inhale at the bottom, exhale as you come up. And again, you're just bracing your core, relaxing your neck, relaxing the shoulders. Ooh, we got about 10 seconds left in this, okay, guys? So has anybody out there signed up yet for the 5K? If
you
not,
guys should.
Yeah, I was going to say, Francesco will give you a little bit more information on that. All right, we have 30 seconds of rest.
Yeah, well, we'll have links in the description. Yeah, it's an awesome virtual race, and we have people all over the country, even all over the world doing it. The link even has a team you can choose on the drop-down link. So just, click the link in the comments and you can sign up for the race.
Awesome. And this is the first year it's actually going virtual, which is pretty cool because now anybody from anywhere can take part. All right, we have about 6 seconds worth of rest, and then we're into crunches. I'm back over here at tricep dips. I'm sorry to confuse you guys. All right, so ready? Let's go back in 3, 2, 1. Crunches. I'm gonna keep my feet planted.
About the knees.
It's so funny because you're gonna do that, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep my feet planted today. All right, crunch through, and again, just keep that lower back pushed down. Any tips, Francesco, for like the neck if anyone feels straining there?
Yeah, I'll say, well, just remember that, where this is supposed to be working. So if you feel pressure in those other areas, then maybe something needs a little tweaking. Okay.
All right, so we got 30 seconds of rest, and we're going to go through into our third round. So 3 rounds of this circuit.
Oh, I forgot we're doing 3 of them.
I know, right? It's like, thank goodness it's not 4. So Francesco, do you want to also give us just maybe a little bit more like feedback how working the upper body is important for those, runners, racers that may be in, wheelchairs or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, like I said, it's good. Well, is that dips? Yeah, let's do dips. So as I say, it's important to have it like as a general athlete. But if you have a physical impairment, it's even more important because you really need to keep the torso stable, Mm-hmm. So it's just, I don't know, it's important the more you get into that para world.
Gotcha. All right, so we want to make sure we keep the hips underneath the rib cage. As we do this, you're pushing through the palm. There's no straining in your neck or shoulders, okay? It's just all in your triceps. All right, so we are good with that one. 30 seconds of rest, and we're back into the last plank. So when we hit that,
I will say one general thing to keep in mind is just, notice as you're getting fatigued, like what part of the form is breaking down and try to address that.
Yes, super crucial. I feel like we just go through movements and we're not like, oh, darn, I should stop. I should check this. Okay, so we got about 7 seconds. Once I let you know that we're starting, can you just talk us the actual plank?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, and 30 seconds, let's go.
All right, in a plank, I will say the 2 main cues that I have with the plank is just keep making sure my hands stay under me and making sure I don't start lifting the glutes up because, we all want to take the pressure off, but that kind of defeats the purpose of what we're trying to work.
Gotcha.
And honestly, just breathing through it, we're not we're just trying to keep still, right? This is kind of good in every way, so just breathe and just relax as best you can.
And we are good right there. All right, 6 seconds rest, and then we'll go back into bicep curls. So how many miles have you been doing a week?
I will say right now, maybe like 20, 25.
Oh, nice. Yeah, any else out there?
Go ahead.
No, I'm listening to you. What do you say?
Oh no, I was about to say I just finished like a bike mod, and I'm curious like if anyone else out there is doing like multiple sports, either like running or biking or swimming or, you know.
So we're gonna go into our bicep curls in 3, 2, 1.
Cool.
So yeah, not only are these movements helpful for running, they're also really helpful for other sports such as swimming, biking, all of that, correct?
Definitely, which is why they're so awesome, because it's just general integrity of the body.
Gotcha. So again, with these guys, you want to make sure you feel like you get that stretch through your bicep, you get that full squeeze at the top. You inhale at the bottom, exhale as you come up, relaxing through the neck. And before you know it, that 30 seconds is over, and we go through our rest. And we go into our crunches.
I love your timer tone.
Really? I had to pick one that just wasn't like alarm clock sounding.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the last thing I want.
It sounds like someone sneaking to get food in the kitchen.
Which this workout helps for too.
Yes,
all right, so we're going to get down onto the back. We're going to start in about 5 seconds. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. I'm going to bring my knees back up again this time. So this way, if anybody that extra tweak to get their lower abs, just focus in on keeping that in line with your hips. Your hands are just laid behind the base of your neck so that this way you're not pulling through the neck. If you do start to feel pulling there, you can place your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and that usually helps relieve tension for some reason. All right, we got
an incredible cue.
And 1.
About that.
And we're good right there. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through 30 seconds of rest, and then we enter into circuit number 2. All right, and now we're on to that second circuit. So again, 4 exercises for your arms, 2 for your core, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and this time instead of going with that backpack, we're going to go inside. We're going to use those household items that you loaded up with. So I went with 2 candles. Francesco, what do you have?
I actually have 2 improvised bags with some stuff inside of them.
Ooh, nice, awesome. Okay, so this circuit, what we're looking at plank up downs followed by penguins, then lateral raises and flutter kicks. So let's get started with those plank up downs. For this, what we're going to do is we're going to start in a low plank position. So you're already familiar with that from that last circuit. Now when we go through it, we're going to push through our left arm underneath our left shoulder to come straight up, followed by your right arm. You'll come down on your right arm and come up right underneath the shoulder. So that's what a plank up down is going to look like. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and begin 30 seconds. So even if you lose track of your left, right, just tell yourself, go through that opposite arm. Make sure you keep that arm underneath your shoulder. So this way you activate in triceps and your shoulders. We're about 10 seconds left. Woo!
Yeah, those are awesome cues.
But remember, you got to keep your tight and your glutes squeezed, okay? We want to go right under that. We have 2 seconds left. All right, and 30 seconds. All right, so we're going to rest. Then we're going to go into penguins. Francesco, going to talk us through penguins before we hop into them?
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to be in a low crunch position. It's basically working our upper body side to side, rotating our upper torso while keeping our bottom steady.
Cool. So we have about 9 seconds left. And
if you want to use the cue of touching your ankles with your feet, with your hands.
Imagine that, touching your ankles with your feet.
With your feet? I know, that's pretty incredible.
All right, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's stretch and
I love the name of this movement.
Sometimes call them Danny DeVito's, but people don't get that joke.
I always thought of like Happy Feet.
Oh, gotcha. Stretch and crunch. So again, you're keeping your lower planted. Let's keep your chin tucked in to your collarbone, and you're really getting crunch through your oblique as you stretch to the opposite one. We have 3, 2, 1, and we are good right there. All right, 30 seconds of rest, then lateral raises. So for this, I'm using 2 candles, and what we're looking to do is we're looking to hit the sides of the shoulders right here. So I'm gonna bend my elbows to 90 degrees just to take pressure away from my forearms, and I'm gonna leave my elbows coming up in line with my shoulders, and then I'm gonna come right back. So Francesco, as we're going, if you wanna give any cues for any modifications, let's do that, okay?
Yeah,
so we're gonna go
Let's do it.
in 3, 2, 1. All right, and let's begin.
Say the only cue I would give is, well, firstly, feel free to do this seated if there's like a lower body issue to keep you steady. And obviously you can do this one-armed or one-sided at a time. One thing that I like to keep in mind is just not to rely on momentum. Like don't let the weight swing up. You want to like really control the weight up and down.
Gotcha.
Which is even more true like if you're using bags like I am, which is very easy for the momentum to swing around and help you up.
Gotcha. All right, so we are good there with 30 seconds. We're gonna take our rest, and then we're gonna go into the last movement, which are flutter kicks. And
awesome.
It's Francesco who said that we were doing these. It was not me, okay guys? All right, so for these, we're gonna lay down onto the back. We wanna try to keep our lower back pushed into the mat. You can slight crunch through your upper abs if you want. Your legs are straight out, and you're just fluttering up and down, okay? As we go through, we'll explain what can make it harder and what can make it easier. And let's go now.
Yeah, I will say this is an awesome exercise for swimmers too. And one thing that does transfer into water is faster and smaller kicks are better than bigger and slower ones, just to make it like real tight and fast, if you're a swimmer.
Gotcha. And I find that if you bring your legs a little bit higher up, a little bit here, mid-level, not as easy, and then down to the bottom, harder. So let's please make sure you keep your lower back into this, and we are good right there.
Cool.
30 seconds of rest as soon as I can get this timer to stop. And then we're gonna go through the circuit 2 more times.
Yeah, 2 more times.
I have to say, this is the more difficult circuit, but that's cool because we worked our way up to this. These plank up downs, a little crazy, and then flutter kicks. All right, so we have about 10 more seconds. We go back into the plank up, down. Francesco, when we go, if you want to give us any tips, tricks, please do so. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and begin.
Cool. I'll say one thing that I try to keep in mind when doing this is try to limit the side-to-side swinging of the body as I'm going up and down.
Way to call out.
No, I'm definitely doing it.
Okay, so then why you want to limit that?
Yeah, just try not to, have the body be swinging side to side like a pendulum as you're going up and down, which mine kind of is, but, That's all good.
All right, and we are good right there.
All right, cool.
So 30 seconds of rest. Again, that's a movement that's really going to focus into stabilization of your shoulders. It's going to get a lot of activation to your triceps. And your heart rate's going to go up. It's really important for running. We have 15 seconds of rest left. And then we're going to go through into our, penguins. Thank you for reminding me. What will we do with
side-to-side motion?
What will we do without you here? All right. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, penguins. And just stretch and crunch. Again, if you got any tips to get through this 30 seconds, go ahead and share them. Make sure you keep that lower back planted, light crunch through, keep the chin tucked. There's no straining into the neck or into those upper traps.
Yep. I think the tendency when doing like ab movements is to start bringing tension into the shoulders and the neck.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right, so we have lateral raises and then flutter kicks. So we've got 20 more seconds worth of rest. Whew. I'm thinking about how many miles I have to log today.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. thought better left till later.
So again, anybody that has any questions on how to best set up like the miles throughout the week, let us know in the comments and we can give you some feedback on how to best separate that, okay? Okay, so we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, lateral raises. So what I do, I'm gonna take a little bit of your trick there. Instead of standing, I'm gonna kneel on this so that this way I can engage my core a little bit more. And I'm leading with those elbows, I'm keeping the palms down, and I'm not going with that momentum. I'm going nice and controlled, like you said, Francesco.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's also a good cue to lead with the elbows. Don't, have like a fist up in the air.
Yes. All right, and that was 30 seconds. All right, we're gonna rest and then we get back into those flutter kicks.
I will say the thing I hate doing the most in the pool is kicking drills.
But I'm excited to see what movement everybody enjoyed the most out and think is going to transfer over to their running. All right,
yeah, please
going
leave in the comments.
And go.
There you go.
So I like to place my hands behind my head so that this way I'm not pushing them under my lower back, causing my back to arch, because I do want those lower abs to activate as much as possible, because when you're running, those abs really, really do matter. And just stick to my hair. Sorry about that, guys. I was like, I didn't realize how sweaty I got.
Is if your hands are above your head, it helps, well, at least for me, it helps balance me out. I don't like shake on the top too much because it's more weight.
All right, and we're good.
Cool.
It's actually a really good tip. I tried that for the last 3 seconds. Okay, so 30 seconds to rest, and then we have one more round of this. I don't know if it's the humidity or what, but I am sweating right now. What about you?
Yeah, it's pretty hot. Yeah.
All right, we got about 10 more seconds of rest, and then we're back into, plank up down.
Plank up down.
Great. All right, so let's go in 3, 2, 1, and start. So remember, palm comes underneath your shoulder. You're pushing as hard as you can in that ground to get your triceps activated. You want to work on stabilization through your shoulders, and guess what? You're squeezing your glutes and you're racing your core. Woo. 10 seconds left.
I'll say if you do want to make this harder, you can always wear a backpack.
Oh my goodness, why would you do that to us?
I hear everyone talking.
All right, we're good right there at 30 seconds. All right, we have rest and then penguins. Whew.
Oh yeah.
So what is your favorite part about doing Achilles runs?
Honestly, I'll say it's just meeting all the different people, because there's such a diverse group that comes together that it's just awesome to meet just people from all different types of life. Yeah.
And that must be such a strong community, probably as strong as our Blink community is. All right, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and penguins. Full
penguins, happy feet.
Yep. Again, I like to call them Danny DeVito's because he played the penguin.
That's right.
A lot of people can remember that. Let's get that stretch through, lower back planted. Make sure there's no straining through the neck. Whew. Yeah, 10 left. Focus on the breathing, getting that reach and crunch. 3, 2, 1, and we're out with that. All right, 30 seconds back into lateral raises. Oh, this is our last time too.
This is our last time. I'm gonna take your advice and do it kneeling this time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, guys, let us know which modification you love, which one you're gonna go with when you try these movements out more on your own, maybe later in the week, over the weekend, or just the next one, get in a good arm workout. So we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Elbows bent. And again, you can keep your arms out straight if you want, but I prefer to bend those elbows so this way my forearms don't take over a lot of the work. And again, when we're kneeling, let's make sure we just squeeze our glutes and keep our hips in line with the rib cage so there's no arc on our back. And we have about
awesome.
9 left here. And you're just breathing into the nose, out through the mouth. 3, 2, 1, and we are good right there. We have 30 seconds, and then last movement, flutter kicks, and then the cool down stretch, which would be nice if it came with air conditioning, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
All right. So we got 15 more seconds. No, I should have brought in a cup of water for tomorrow's workout. Remind me, okay? Have my water.
That sounds good.
All right, so we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. I bet you there are a couple people out there hope that I stop us at 20 seconds, not 30, but it doesn't count to cheat yourself with anything. Let's keep that low back twist. Down straight. Focus on that thing. All right, we got 10 seconds left. Again, if you feel any pain in your lower back, stop the movement, come down. You could do knee tucks like this, especially now towards the end of the workout, okay? And you're right there. All right, so that right there was our arms and abs work. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go through a cool down stretch. What we're gonna look to do is stretch out those areas statically that we were just working. So we're gonna start with the triceps. We're gonna bring the arm up overhead. Let's clasp that fingertip around your elbow. Let your hand just drop and hang down behind you, and that elbow back and in to get a stretch through the tricep. We're gonna do this 5 to 10 seconds. Let's switch to that opposite side. Let that hand just dangle, get that stretch through. And then we're gonna go through into our rear delt stretch. So we're gonna bring the arm across the chest. We're gonna lap that elbow underneath the opposing elbow and pull into your chest. This was a rear delt right there. Again, like 5 seconds or so, and then opposite side.
Yeah, I'll say like it might be tempting to skip cool downs, but honestly, it's because it's not like the fashionable part of the workout, but it's so important to do them after workouts.
Yeah. Because injury prevention for sure. All right, we're gonna go into child's pose. Do you want to bring us through that one, Francesco?
Yeah. So we're getting down on the ground, not for planks this time. We're basically kneeling down. We're gonna bring our hands out on the ground in front of us. Feel free to like walk yourself forward with your fingers, basically stretching out your back and shoulders and all that stuff, and just breathe down and try to get low.
That whole walking your fingertips forward tip, super helpful.
Oh yeah.
All right. So it's about 10 seconds there, and now we're just going to come up and we're going to just out through the chest, which is going to help us stretch through into the front of the shoulder, which we worked as well. So you're going to take your arm, bring them back behind you. Let's clasp one hand around the opposing wrist. Let's puff your chest up in the air and lightly just raise your arms up and back behind you. All right, and we're going to go through into the opposite side, that core tight. All right, guys, so that was our arms and abs workout in preparation for the upcoming Achilles Virtual Hope and Possibility 5K.
That's right. Find out all the details in the comments.
All right, and we're going to be back tomorrow morning, and we're going to be going through a posture workout. It's going to be good, I promise.
See you guys there.